Let's go to the next question. So the next question talks about utility, I believe. And it says marginal utility can A, be positive or negative but not zero, B, decrease but not become negative, C, increase positively but not negatively, or or D, be positive, negative, or zero. So in this sense, we would say that marginal utility can be positive, negative, or zero. Is in almost all cases positive until you reach a level of consumption in which you get zero marginal utility, in which you would stop uh, consuming a good, and then uh, negative marginal utility refers to that scenario where actually further consuming a good is going to actually decrease the amount of enjoyment you have. You can think of consuming something like Coke, where at the 20th Coke you finally have had enough, and you gain no enjoyment from the next Coke, and so that's when your marginal utility is zero, and the 21st Coke is so much that it makes you throw up, and that gives you negative marginal utility. And so marginal utility can span the spectrum in terms of positive, negative, or zero. So let's take a look at the previous year's answers, and they bolded and italicized the option, and be positive, negative, or zero is the right answer here. So great. Next question says, economists are able to determine total utility by doing which of the following: multiplying marginal utility of the last unit consumed by the unit price, multiply the marginal utility of the first unit consumed by the number of units consumed, multiply the marginal utility of the last unit consumed by the number of units consumed, summing out the marginal utilities of each unit consumed. So marginal utility fluctuates according to the diminishing law of marginal utility by every single unit that you're consuming. And so we would not be multiplying anything by the number of units because that assumes a consistent marginal utility. And what we're really thinking about in terms of total utility is going to be this last option, summing up the marginal utilities of each unit that was consumed. And so we're going to be picking that as the right answer here. So summing up the marginal utilities of each unit consumed is the right answer. So that's great. And then third question says, how does the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics gain information with regard to the typical consumption choices of Americans? And so this is a definition-based question or a fact-based question. And so we have consumer spending survey, consumer income survey, consumer expenditure survey, consumer income budget survey. And so just from the lessons that you guys have had, it would be a consumer expenditure survey. That would be the right one here for the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics about consumption. So let's take a look at the answers and say, yep, consumer expenditure survey, and that would be the right answer. And then the last, I don't think this is a full question, so I think the question cut off here. So I think the tutor did a great job noting the right answers here. I'm gonna note everything is correct. Oh, it looks like they have a lot more here, so I guess it got cut off when we were talking about the previous question. Okay, so detailed solutions.